Okay. All right. I didn't always want to be a comedian. When I first started, I got a lot of flack. You know, I got people that would say, "Girl, you gonna get embarrassed. You gonna be so. You gonna get up there and forget all your lines. I just don't believe you going up there." And I just finally had to say, "Fuck you, Grandma." You know. You know, which you probably shouldn't say to your grandmother, no matter how drunk you get. You know. All right, now she gets that drunk and probably get away with it, but I didn't always want to be a comic though. I used to want to be a drag queen. They told me I didn't have the balls. They said I didn't have the balls, so I started laughing and telling jokes and stuff. Everybody drinking? What are you drinking?
Bud Light.
Bud Light. Is that like Bud opposite of dark? I don't know. I don't drink anymore. I stopped drinking. Yeah, I had to. Little things got on my own. You know how you got this drunk sleep going? There's no other like it, you know, and you're knocked out. And you know you gotta go, so you get up and you go and you use it. But then you wake up and you realize that shit was just a dream, you know? Oh, you did piss, you just never got up, you know what I mean? Ugh, talk about making your bed and laying in it. I would stop smoking it.
You had, but I woke up in a cold sweat, had a bear of a nightmare. Sometimes. I had a bad dream, though. I dreamed that I was playing strip poker with Roseanne Arnold and B. Arthur. But that's not the bad part. I was winning. Had to go to the medical supply store, pick up some syringes. Got them home, wouldn't you know it? Found out they'd been tampered with. They were filled with Diet Pepsi. And, of course, my girlfriend came over and said that it was over. Had to break it off. And that's the way it goes. She said that I was being nitpicky, that I thought she was nosy and didn't miss an opportunity to remind her. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was just me, but I just didn't like when she was always asking about past relationships, about the people I hang out with, about that little room under the garage. Well, I like checking out news items, checking the paper, news, radio stations, because I have no life. I received a letter from American Express telling me that my account had been pre-turned down. But something that they've been doing in California, and of course the taxpayers are footing the bill, thank you very much. But some scientists are drilling holes in the San Andreas Fault, planting dynamite and detonating it. And why? To see where an earthquake is most likely to occur. These same scientists are hitting each other in the head with 6-pound sledgehammers to see where it's most likely to hurt. Close call for a legendary filmmaker. Federico Fellini had a stroke. And you might remember him, legendary for movies with symbolic sexuality. You know. Well, he had a close call, but you know how some people see a light and they're drawn to it. Fellini saw that light, but he wasn't drawn to it. He was right into it and trained through a tunnel.
Do you know what he wants?
What you want? On the subject of sex, there is a new course being taught in a college in Colorado. The course is Madonna. No kidding. It's been described as a glimpse of modern pop culture. I always thought that MTV was a lot cheaper, plus you could attend any time you want. Maybe that's just me. But I was thinking, what would a textbook be for a course like that? Maybe her book sex. And make the work project damned interesting. I may sign up for that next summer. Something that might come to court. An incident that happened late last year. Richard Simmons was on the QVC shopping channel selling some of his garbage, and he made Viewed in the city's advances on Lori Pastori, at least according to her. So she's suing him.
On the count of three.
It's Angie and Sherry. Keep me going. And she. Well, you pretty pissed at me for putting your name up on there, ain't you? I'm gonna pull that girl to the side. Well, I like Angie and Sherry. I'm gonna stick with that. And Sheila. Our next comedian is a very funny guy. He's been in Snickers. He's been in Funny Farm. He's everywhere in Indianapolis. He's gonna be at the Comedy Womb. Comedy. Don't you wonder what kind of jokes come out of the Comedy Womb? Ugh. You sure you want to go there, Jim?
Yeah.
All right, next comedian, Jim Lawson. Never see him on a children's network, I'll tell you that. Never.
If I appear a little nervous, because I'm not used to playing in front of a crowd quite this fucking large, okay? And I'd like to put another plug in for Ty Wilson's. We do this every Monday night. It's open joke night or open mic night where you get a start. So if there's any young aspiring comics out there, older aspiring comics, I've been doing it about a year and made $50, so fucking quit your job and go for it. I'd like to let you know right up front, I'm not going to be a real animated guy up here. I'm not going to be real fast, I'm not going to be real quick, because I am a poster worker and I have a certain fucking reputation to uphold. Being a disgruntled poster worker, I talked to my psychiatrist today and they said if I get a lot of laughs, I shouldn't need this firearm. So, you guys kind of make up your own mind. Anybody out there got a birthday this year? Anybody read their horoscopes? You guys read your horoscopes? I'm a feces myself. Brown gemstone. Are you guys from Indianapolis up front? You are? I was supposed to get here earlier today. If you guys could do me a little bitty favor here. I was supposed to drop something off. Could you drop this off at St. Vincent's Hospital for me tomorrow? I'd really appreciate it. For you back there in the back, this is a urine-looking thing here. Did everybody get their tickets? We're going to be giving away a 71 green Gremlin after a while, so you don't want to miss out on that shit. Low mileage, 16 owner. It could be on blocks in your backyard tonight. Last 15 years, only driven to and from work by migrant workers. Let's see. Just got back from Mexico. Well, it was about 2 months ago. Went down there with a couple friends. Tijuana. Anybody ever been to Tijuana? Oh, man. Is this place crazy? My friends talked me into going to one of those on-stage live sex shows. Oh, man. Yeah. It was so sick and so perverted. I mean, I almost got up and walked out in the middle of that third show. Let's see here. Things in the news. I know it's old news, but gays in the military. Personally, I'm not for it. Are we not for it? Most of us?
No.
First of all, how are you going to get them marching in a straight line? And to the rear march, I don't think so. What are they going to serve at the mess hall? Quiche and little cocktail weenies? What's that? Plenty of fresh fruit, so wouldn't we? But I'm thinking, I can wait for it to die down. But I'm thinking, if you can't put them in direct combat, hell, let's make cheerleaders out of them. Shoot those bullets straight and true. Make that enemy go boo-hoo-hoo. If I get captured, I'll be married because I'm Bill Clinton's little ferret. And then lesbians gets in there. I want that government contract for Snap-on tools. And the concessions for the Energizer batteries. They keep going and going and going. Let's see. Something else I heard in the news, on the radio. Little known state law. It is illegal to have sex with a corpse. Now that's going to fuck up a lot of marriages, isn't it? Something else I've been reading about is the G-spot. We know about this. Fucking give us a hint at it. This G-spot, like, this is just another thing for guys to worry about. Like, we ain't got enough problems keeping that magic mushroom awake for the whole show. Now we got to be like Jacques Cousteau and go in search of the G-spot. And I got it figured out. This G-spot is something like the Bermuda Triangle. A lot of damn people's heard about it, but few fucking people's actually been there. There's no place like home. There's no place like Phew. Let's see, and guys, women have something we're never going to have. We don't want all of it, but we want some of it. That's called female problems. Thank you, Ty. Let's see. This is a for instance. Linda calls in work. Yeah, this is Linda. Yeah, I won't be into work today. Female problems, you know. Well, thank you very much. Guys, we deserve the same respect, don't we? Come on. Oh, yes. We want to get away with this shit, too. For instance. Yeah, this is Jim Lawson. Yeah, I won't be into work today. Male problem, you know. Well, what do I mean by male problem? Well, hell, Cubs lost a doubleheader yesterday. I don't think I'd be worth a shit to anybody at the office. And guys out there, does your woman cook good? My woman is such a bad cook, we pray after the meal. She's got these, like, she thinks, world-famous molasses cookies. Everybody tells her they're great. It's because they like her. They don't want to hurt her feelings. So she just keeps baking these puppies out. But that's okay, because every time she goes out the front door, I take them out back and go, pull! I had to stop doing that. The crumbs were dulling the lawnmower blade. And all the little birds were losing their peckers, so. And guys, we look at something different than the women do about gaining weight. Because with us, it really doesn't matter that much. We just get that inner tube across here. But women, it's a completely different ball game. My wife walked past me the other day and I said, baby, looks like you're putting on a couple pounds. The show's right back here. Yeah, I drove an hour and a half for you to fuck with my show. Invite me back real soon, okay, Ty? Okay. What was I on? Anybody remember? Doesn't matter, does it? We're going to skip on that.
Weight problem.
Weight problem, okay. Told my wife, I says, baby, looks like you're putting on a couple pounds. She says, I'm just retaining water. Well, hell, looks like you're retaining lunch and dinner too, baby. Why don't you try chewing them damn Twinkies before you swallow? Let's see. My wife's been at me lately to get a fence up. Do I come over to your part-time job and jump up and down the bed? How do you Okay. Asshole, that's right. My wife was at me the other day to put a fence up in the backyard to kind of keep control of the kids. Do you know barbed wire's up to $40 a roll? Let alone the expense of hooking 220 up to it. Well, my little dog's getting a charge out of it. No, because this Doberman has been scaring the hell out of my little dog. But now my little dog stands up there next to that 220 and throws one of those pull toys that looks like a cat, throws it across her and goes, meow, meow. Another hour and a half. Me and my wife has been married 15 years. All of a sudden she wants a new bed. I love my bed. This bed's been in my family like for 50 or 60 years. I grew up sleeping in this bed. All of a sudden top bunk ain't good enough for this bitch. See, grew up in southern Indiana. We lived in such a small place that me and 4 of my cousins slept together in the same bed. Well, that is until my 2 older cousins got married, then there was fucking 7 of us. Then there was 7 of us. I can remember in the 4th grade, my dad either walking or driving me to school every day. Of course, we were in the same grade, so... He was the most popular guy in class. He had driver's license, pubic hair, and he could explain the dirty pictures. But I did real well in high school, finishing the top 3rd of the lower 5th of my class. They were proud. To this day, I can remember my mom and dad's face pressed against that picture window as I arrived home from school in that short bus. Like Mom said, anybody could ride a long bus. That short bus people were special. It's all over there, isn't it? My dad wanted me to go into business with him after I got out of high school. He owned his own business. It was Lefty's Chainsaw Repair. Yeah, he wanted me to be his right-hand man, but I couldn't cut it. Thank you. That's all that matters. One person likes you. Let's see. Like most baby boomers, in Vietnam, I tried pot. Wait, I take that back. I experimented with it for 10 years. Hey, I couldn't afford it. I could afford that $30 or $40 bag a week. It was that $550 in groceries that kicked my ass. You think it's the government keeping it illegal? It's these restaurants with the all-you-can-eat salad bars. Let's see. When I came back from Vietnam, too, some of us had to go see psychiatrists. I went and saw my psychiatrist, and I really screwed with this guy, all during my interview. At the end of my interview, at the bottom of the evaluation, he writes, chronic smartass. I didn't realize that was a disability until I got that first month's check. Anybody out there ever have a close friend that wanted to borrow money, and they just couldn't borrow the money? No, I mean, they got to lay that guilt trip on you. Had this happen about a month ago. A friend wanted to borrow some money. He said, Jim, remember when you broke your leg? I was there, guy. Okay. Remember when you broke your leg? I was there, guy. Remember when you had the car accident? I was there. Remember when your house caught on fire? I was there. So what do you think? I think you're fucking jinx, man. Stay the hell away from me and my family. See, I got a couple props I want to get rid of here.
Distinction of being one of the 7 people in the entire state of Indiana who actually voted for Bill Clinton. I know. So voting for Bill Clinton is like premature ejaculation, you know. As soon as you've done it, you really wish you hadn't, but there's nothing you can do about it now. I'll just snap my fingers at the punchline, all right? No, but Bill Clinton once put gays in the military. Me personally, I don't think this is such a bad idea. Let's face it, they would cover more ground when they march. Ready? Okay. We're up to fight a war. Fall in. And like most comedians, I come from a weird family. My mom was real religious. My mom's favorite show was the 700 Club. My mom was convinced that everybody in my generation is either into sex or drugs. And I live with my parents. Anyway, that's another story. I live with my parents, and I had a friend over last night, and my mom cracked the door open, and my mom's like, Paul, are you in there smoking pot? I'm like, no, Mom, leave me alone. You know, this morning my mom came in, my girlfriend was over there. Paul, are you in there having sex? Mom, don't worry, leave me alone. I'm glad you got there. But my mom's lived a real straight religious life. My mom actually thought that a bisexual was someone who had an orgasm and then waved. It broke my heart to tell her it was that thing you ride in the Tour de France. My dad's not much better though. My dad's a practical joker. And you can never pull a practical joke on my dad. I was 14 years old, 1986, April Fool's Day. Walked in the house and said, Dad, I got my 14-year-old girlfriend pregnant. My dad looked at me and said, I thought it was me. And my parents did what all parents should do. You know, if you don't want your kids to have sex, you know, don't teach them abstinence. Don't talk about rubbers. Don't talk about diaphragm. Don't talk about the pill. Make them babysit. That's what my parents did to me. They made me babysit my little 4-year-old cousin, Vernon. Now, Vernon is from South Central Los Angeles and will let you know at the drop of a hat that he is from South Central Los Angeles. There's nothing you can do. You can't touch him. If you touch him, don't mess with me, man. Don't mess with me. I'm from South Central. I'll take you out. I'm like, what you gonna do? Pull a drive-by on your big wheel? And that's when he cracked me over my head and stole my wallet. Little brat. I took him to the park. I figured taking a kid to the park, you know, that's a nice, easy thing to do. You take your kid to the park. Took him to the park. He had his little wiffle ball. He was tossing around. He got in the game with another little boy. The boy had a wiffle ball back. So Vernon's sitting there. The ball goes by. The boy calls a strike. And Vernon goes, you know, that was a ball. Come to, strike 2, strike 3. So my cousin Vernon from South Central rushes the mound, takes the bat away from his head, takes the bat, and starts beating this little boy upside the head with his wiffle ball bat. And next thing I know, his mother's coming over to me saying, excuse me, your little hoodlum is beating my son upside the head with that wiffle ball bat. You should do something about that. I said, you know, lady, you're right. I said, Vernon, you know you should be in that bar with that wiffle ball bat. Pick up the aluminum one and crack his mom upside the head. Thanks a lot. My time's up. My name's Paul Lennox.
Who's Princess?
Brent's ass.
Oh, Brent ass. No, he's gone. Brent's ass. Oh, I got it. Well, we don't slow, but I'm showing. All right, Mckinley is coming to you all the way from where?
Wabash.
Wabash. Wabash. Yeah.
I just started doing this, and I am nervous. A buddy of mine told me a little technique to get over stage fright. He said to imagine the entire audience is naked. Well, I have no imagination, so I'm going to need a little crowd participation here. If you could all just take your clothes off, I'll get started. Just kidding, I'll be fine. Actually, I'm used to being on stage. I used to be a male stripper. I'm serious. Because that job taught me how easy it is for me to make people laugh. Eventually, I had to quit because they said I was getting too big of a bulge. I felt pretty good until I realized they were talking about my stomach. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm in a good mood. I just bought me a house. It feels so great to be living out on my own. I did something I always wanted to do. I put a mirror in over my bed. Now if I could just do the other thing I've always wanted to do, have sex. My house has a great view, too. The 2 teenage girls next door like to sunbathe in the nude. The other day I was out working in the yard and just happened to glance over at them from behind the bush. I said, why don't you take a picture to last longer? So I bought about $1,000 worth of camera equipment. Anyway, I thought my parents would miss me when I moved out of the house. You know, so I went back to visit, and then I seen the light. Right after I saw the 4 attack dogs, my father yelled, "Sickin' boys!" I guess that last phone bill just pushed him right over the edge. I think my father was disappointed in me as a child because, well, he told me. He used to give me the lecture. He goes, "What's wrong with you? When I was your age, I wanted to play with boys." Then he'd hobble off in his high heels. And he tried to teach me how to swim as a child. He took me out on a boat, tied a fish line around the little boy who had threw me in the water. He said, "Swim or your mother's going to have that daughter she always wanted." Then he started the engine. I could have made the Olympic swim team that day. Then when I was a kid, I wanted a dog. So what's he do? He gets me a full-grown Rottweiler. Gee, can't think of a better dog for a 7-year-old child. Come on, Spike, let's go play fetch. We don't need no stick. We'll use my femur. My mother wasn't any better. She wanted to make me take dance lessons as a child. Dance lessons. Thanks to worship, she made me wear my tutu to my junior prom. Like going stag isn't embarrassing enough. My senior prom was better, though. I got to wear a tuxedo, and I had a date. Fat date. She was so fat all night, everybody called us Laurel and Hardy. They wouldn't if she had shaved her mustache like I asked her to. Anyway, back to the parent thing. I can't imagine myself as a parent. Congratulations, Mr. Mckinley, you're the father of a bouncing baby boy. Bouncing? I guess that explains what happened to the rubber. Listen, I'm glad I could jerk a few laughs out of you tonight. I'm ready to get off the stage now. Am I stuck here for life? Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Mckinley.
How you doing tonight? Looks like we're having a pretty good time. I'm real impressed with this great big crowd. Well, I was standing here one night. There was 2 people in the audience. One was my daughter, and the other one was Ty. He didn't have any place else to go. He had to close up the show. I hate to admit this, but you know, when you look like this, getting lucky means you find a close place to park when you go to Kmart to go shopping. It's really discouraging. What can I say? My name is Linda Shively, and I'm from a small town on the east side of Indianapolis. It's called Fortville. I think you've heard of Fortville? Yeah. Lauren. Yeah, well, that's bigger. Much bigger. Anything is bigger than Fortville. We have the enter and exit on the same sign. You know what our fire department consists of? An old man with a bicycle and a bucket. That's not funny. We have one stoplight in Fortville, and our cop just sits at it all day and just watches from one end of town to the other. If they do something bad at that end, it's okay. He'll get it when they go by. Yeah, our high school's real big. And you've heard of a one-horse town? We're a one-tube town. One tube of Clearasil will do a whole high school. That's not funny. Dad. I'm the mother of two daughters. Anybody want them? Their house broken, got their shot. God, I just can't give those things away. Oh no, with 2 girls you get all the boys you want. Sometimes they try to fix my car. It cost me $300 or $400 to get it repaired after they've been working on it. God, I love kids. When they were little, I took them to the bank. They were probably, 8 or 10 years old. And we lived in Charleston, South Carolina, and it was summer and it was hot. And I had wrestled with those girls all through the day.
Don't let the smile on my face deceive you. I am having one hell of a day. I went to get my driver's license renewed.
I could not believe that picture they took of me. Made me look fat and bald. Now, if you're expecting fat jokes, forget it. My body is a temple, and this is what happens when you sacrifice too many virgins. Oh, who am I kidding? I know I'm not Tom Selleck. I realized that when I went to the veterinary clinic and they made meat get on the table. If my dog hadn't barked, I'd be a soprano right now. I got home this afternoon, I found out my wife had used my electric razor to cut linoleum. You gotta see what she shaves with. Her legs look great, but our Ginsu knife won't cut butter. And to make matters worse, I found out my sex life came to a screeching halt today. They disconnected my telephone. And Brinks won't deliver a truckload of quarters to a payphone. Now I tell you, your sex life is rotten when you're in the mood and even your hand is asleep. Oh well, I don't need it now anyway. Hey, you're laughing.
Both did a
Last
great
time
job,
I got
man.
laid, Jurassic Park was a fiction. My wife's no help. Sometimes I think
The only way I can get her in the mood for sex is to give her an aphrodisiac. A sleeping pill. Oh, why bother? I wouldn't notice the difference anyway. I'm even beginning to fantasize about my vacuum cleaner. And that beater bar scares the hell out of me. Now really, our sex life isn't that bad. Of course, my wife only wants to do it doggy style. Yeah, I sit up and beg, and she rolls over and plays dead. Hey, thank you very much, folks. That's my time. Great audience. My name is John Longwell.
This is John Longwell. Very pleasant. The next act this evening has emceed the show before. Probably has done a much better job. Mr. Jeff Mendenhall.
To be honest with you, while I'm up here, I am nervous. A good friend of mine told me a little technique to get over stage fright. He said to imagine the entire audience is naked. You ever heard that?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, but I have no imagination, so I'm going to have to ask y'all to take your clothes off. And I guess an orgy's out of the question. Before this, I used to be a male stripper. It was that job taught me how easy it is for me to make people laugh. I had to quit, though, because I was getting too big of a bulge. I thought that was good until I realized they were talking about my stomach. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm in a great mood. I just bought me a house. It's so cool to be out on my own. I did something I always wanted to do. I put a mirror in over my bed. Now if I can just do the other thing I've always wanted to do, have sex. Anyway, the house has a great view. The two teenage daughters next door like to sunbathe in the nude. Yeah. I was outside working in the yard yesterday. Just happened to be glancing over behind a bush. They said, take a picture, it'll last longer. Throwing out, what, about $1,000 worth of camera equipment? I thought my parents would miss me after I moved out of the house, but they didn't. Because when I went to visit, I seen the barbed wire and the 4 tack dogs, and all my father saying, get him, boys! His phone bill wouldn't have nothing to do with it, would it, Dad? I think my father was disappointed in me as a child. Because, well, he told me. He used to give me this lecture. He used to say, what's wrong with you? When I was your age, I wanted to play with boys. And he'd hobble off in his high heels. He tried to teach me how to swim when I was a kid. This is a beauty. Takes me out on a boat, ties a fish line around my scrotum and a slip knot, throws me in the water. Says, swim, your mother's going to have that daughter she always wanted. Then he started the engine. Okay. Yeah, I wanted a dog when I was a kid. So what's my father do? He gets me a full-grown Rottweiler. Can't think of a better dog for a 7-year-old child. Want to fight? Let's go play fetch. We don't need no stick. We'll use my femur. My mother wasn't any better. She made me take dance lessons as a child. Dance lessons. I ain't the worst of it. She made me wear my tutu to my junior prom. My senior prom was better, though. I got to wear a tuxedo and I had a date. That date. All night everybody called us Laurel and Hardy. They wouldn't if she had shaved her mustache like I asked her to. I don't know what it is with parents. You know, parents all say the same thing when they're young. When I have kids, I want to be cool, hip, open-minded. Yeah, then middle age sets in. Midlife crisis, you turn bitter. Next thing you know, you're sending your sons to school in a dress. Not that that ever happened to me. Well, my time is up, literally. So, hello. You must like me. Thank you very much. All right.
Hey, I didn't like that. Are you ready? I'm supposed to do sleep by the evening. Woo! How you doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Great. Yeah. How you doing? Great. How you doing? Great. How you doing over there? Great. All right. Ty Wilson forgot to tell you guys something. He's been in comedy for years and years and years. I mean, I think he probably taught George Burns everything that he knows. He didn't hear me. But anyway, Ty's getting ready to embark on a new North American tour. In fact, let's give him a big hand for that. He's getting ready to open up that Denny's restaurant tour. Just ran in a little snag on that booking roll. Well, I tell you what. Does everybody feel like having fun tonight? Yeah. Can't hear you. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I feel goofier than hell tonight, you know? Last time I felt goofy like this, we all ended up in jail. Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to bring up our first act. He's all the way from Wabash, Indiana, so give it up for Mckinley.
How y'all doing tonight? All right. It's great to be here. I have to be honest with you all. I'm new at this comedy thing, so I'm kind of nervous. I haven't learned how to deal with that yet. Fred gave me a tip. He said, imagine the entire audience is naked and you won't be nervous. Well, I have no imagination, so I'm going to have to ask you all to take your clothes off. Well, now I got you warmed up. Tell you a little about myself. Before this, I used to work as a male stripper. I did. It was that job that taught me I had a gift for making people laugh. Now I just make a living selling blood plasma to the colleges. They pay like $12 for a pint. Last week I made about $370. I've been fainting for some reason. I don't know why. But I'm in a great mood. I just bought me a house. It's so cool to be out on your own. Any homeowners here tonight? That's nice. Anyway, it's great being out on my own. I did something I always wanted to do. I put a mirror in over my bed. Now if I can just do the other thing I've always wanted to do, have sex. One thing I've had a problem with the mirror over my bed is the drawers keep sliding out and hitting me in the head. The house has a great view, though. The two girls next door like to sunbathe in the nude. Yeah, I was out working in the yard the other day. They just happened to catch me glancing over at them from behind the bush. They said, take a picture to last longer. So I went out and bought about $1,000 worth of camera equipment. Hey, the blonde didn't mind posing, but the brunette got kind of upset when I set the tripod up in her flower bed. I thought my parents would miss me after. Don't take that wrong. I'm not like a pervert or a peeping Tom. You know, I mean, yeah, I had trouble meeting women, but I don't know why. I'm not a bad-looking guy. My friends say I'm too desperate. I mean, yeah, I'm too desperate. Yeah, I drool, but it has nothing to do with women. I did have a girl living with me for a while. She told me she wanted to have one of these open relationships. Y'all know what an open relationship is? What? Open relationship? That's where we're like, okay, never mind. I said sure, because I figured, you know, hey, it'd work out for me too, you know? So I was coming home for like 2 weeks, and there's like 5 or 6 guys in my house every night. Well, I got upset. I said, listen, honey, I said open relationship, not open house. I thought my parents would miss me after I moved out of the house. Until I went back to visit them, then I seen the barbed wire, 4 attack dogs, Marine security guards, surveillance cameras. Oh, my father with a shotgun going, get him, boys! I think my father was disappointed in me as a child because, well, he told me. He used to give me this lecture. He used to say, what's wrong with you? When I was your age, I wanted to play with boys. Then he'd hobble off in his high heels. I tell you, he tried to teach me how to swim when I was a kid. Took me out on a boat, tied a fish line and slip knot around my scrotum, threw me in the water. Said, swim or your mother's gonna have that daughter she always wanted. Then he started the engine. I wanted a dog when I was a child. Once you do, he gets me a pit bull. Can't think of a better dog for a 7-year-old child. Go on, play. Let's go play fetch. We don't need no stick. We'll use my femur. My dad, he was a character. You know, he used to like to fart in church during the sermon. Wouldn't have been so bad had he not been the preacher. My mother was a character too, you know. She made me take dance lessons as a child. Dance lessons. Make it worse though, she made me wear my tutu to my junior prom. Like one stag wasn't embarrassing enough. Senior prom was better though. I got a tuxedo and I had a date. Fat date. She's so fat all night everyone called us Laurel and Hardy. They wouldn't if she had shaved her mustache like I asked her to. Somebody leave. I know what it is with parents. I can't imagine myself as a parent. Congratulations, Mr. Mckinley, you're the father of a bouncing baby boy. Bouncing? Well, I guess it explains what happened to the rubber. Parents are all the same. They say the same thing. When I grow up, I want to be cool, hip, open-minded. Yeah, middle age sets in, midlife crisis hits. Next thing you know, you're sending your sons to school in a dress. Not that that ever happened to me. Thank you. I'm glad I could jerk a few laughs out of you tonight. Thank you.
Hey, let's hear from Mackie. All the way from Wabash. He's getting ready to embark on his North American comedy tour after 20-some years, so give him a big hand. That's right, he's getting ready to embark on that Denny's restaurant tour. Okay, pretty good. Anyway, let me tell you guys this. For all the comics in the audience, which is a few, for the few comics that's in the audience tonight, this is a Comics Wanted for the Great Midwest Comedy Competition, November 5th, 6th, and 7th. The first prize is 3 club appearances as a feature act, and I guess those are local clubs, I don't know. Second prize is 3 club appearances as MC opener, and the third prize is 3 club appearances as an MC opener also. If any comics out there is interested in this, please see Larry Darnell after the show. Anything else on that, Larry?
That's good for now.
Okay.
Can we get on that Denny's tour?
Do what?
Get out on the Denny's tour.
Oh, get on the Denny's tour. Yes, you can get on the Denny's tour for that. Anyway, as Ty said, I'm Art Hill. I'm from Indianapolis here, and I'm a comic also. Tell you a little something about myself. I am half Irish and half German, so therefore, if I get drunk, I try to take over the bar every night. Thank you. Yeah. I just recently started a liquid diet. Tastes like hell, but I tell you what, it isn't too bad with a bag of chips and a big old hoagie. Tried diet pills one time. Hell, they just made me eat faster. You know, I'm probably the only guy you know that's been barred from the all-you-can-eat buffet. 3 days later, the manager came out and said, "Hey, buddy, all you can eat? It's just a figure of speech." Yeah, anyway. Oh, I was on Jenny Craig for a while. Just quit breathing. I like it, though. Anyway, I just recently started a new exercise program. I'm into cross training. It's pretty fun. This real bitch trying to mount that bike with a dress on. Exercising's confusing. Exercising's confusing. Guy's got a furball on his throat back there. Anyway, exercising's confusing. Pardon? What'd you say? You're a woman. Oh, okay. Must have that transvestite convention going on in town today. Anyway, exercising's confusing to me, so I went out and hired a personal trainer. Hell, now he works out for me. It works out great because now on Monday nights I can come down here and make an ass out of myself. Oh, anyway, I'll tell you what, let's just get right on with the show. So this first comic that's going to come up here comes all the way from Wabash, Indiana. So let's give it up for Mackie Mckinley.
How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah.
You already have a few laughs? That takes all the pressure off my shoulders. Before I get started, I'd like to say one thing. I'm new at stand-up comedy. I haven't quite learned how to get over being nervous yet. I tell you, adult diapers are expensive. Ooh. A friend of mine gave me a little tip. He said, imagine the entire audience is naked and you won't be nervous. Sounds great, but unfortunately I have no imagination, so if y'all take your clothes off, I'll get started. Okay, much like my sex life, I'm on my own. I should have known, I'm 25 years old, I've yet to have a girl take her clothes off for me, like I'm having a whole audience. Okay. Anyway. I have a craving for Drano. Is that weird? my head. All right. Tell a little bit about myself. I spent 4 years in the military. I know I don't look that old, do I? How old do you think I am? Close, I'm 25. Yeah, I always look younger than what I was. When I was 21, everybody thought I was 16. When I was 16, everybody thought I was 11. Hell, when I was swimming when I was 6, everybody thought I was a sperm. Thank you. Yeah, I spent 4 years in the military. I'm a Desert Storm vet. Thank you. They say now that the vets in Desert Storm may have come in contact with chemical and biological weapons. Guy, 2 dicks, but I tell you, for me, it just means I'm twice as horny. Got out of the military and now I'm I work as a male stripper. I'm sorry. Okay, actually I'm kidding. I play offensive tackle for the Indianapolis Colts. Now you know why Jeff George didn't want to come back. But I just bought a house, so I'm excited about that. It's so great to be living on my own. I did something I recently wanted to do. I put a mirror in over my bed. I'm having a hard time though because the drawers keep sliding out, falling on me. I figure when I have sex, I'll just put the girl on top and it'll solve everything. I also have a remote control fireplace. It's great. Whenever friends call, I can just press pause and I don't miss a thing. It's nice you're surrounded. I hope we clean up the tables. I ain't doing the shit up here. But anyway, yeah, the house has a great view too. The 2 teenage girls next door like to sunbathe in the nude. The other day I was out working in the yard, just happened to be glancing over at them from behind the bush. They said, take a picture to last longer. So I went out and bought about $1,000 worth of camera equipment. Hey, the blonde didn't mind posing, but the brunette got kind of upset when I set the tripod up in her flower bed. Anyway, hey, it sounds like laughter. Anyway, where was I?
Flower bed.
Flower bed, yes, flower bed, okay. I thought my parents missed me when I moved out of the house until I went back to visit them, and well, they moved. And I think my dad was disappointed in me as a child because, well, he told me. He used to give me this lecture. He'd say, what's wrong with you? When I was your age, I wanted to play with boys. Then he'd hobble off in his high heels. My father, he's always pushing me as a child, you know. Like he wanted to teach me how to ride a bike when I was 6 years old, you know, and he wouldn't let me use training wheels. I mean, I don't know, did they make training wheels for Harley Davidsons? I don't know. He tried to teach me how to swim as a child. He took me out on a boat. He tied a fish line and slid knot around my scrotum, threw me in the water. Yeah, I said, swim or your mother's got that daughter she always wanted. Then he started the engine. Wanted a dog when I was a child, so my father gets me a pit bull. Gee, I can't think of a better dog for a 7-year-old child. Well, let's fight, let's go play fetch. We don't need no stick, we'll use my femur. My mother was a character. She made me take dance lessons as a child. Dance lessons. That ain't the worst of it. She made me wear my tutu to my junior prom. Like going stag wasn't embarrassing enough. And she always wanted me to she always told me, I wish you'd find a girl next door type girl, you know. So I started hitting on my neighbor's wife. Oh boy. So, anyway, now where was I? Neighbor's wife, okay. Yeah, God, I lost my place. Neighbor's wife. I was hitting on my neighbor's wife. Yeah, well, I forgot my material, so I think I'm done for the night. Thank you. Oh, let's give it up for Preston. Good evening. Thank you. It's great work. Well, you really should read directions before you take anything like that. 1 Vibrant equals 4 cups of coffee. I read the directions on these Vibrants, and they say, take 1 Vibrant every 2 hours. If drowsiness persists, call a physician. I'm sorry, but if you've been awake for 78 hours and you got to call a doctor to figure out why you're tired, you just redefined the word stupid. So, where's one go to meet women in this town? I've been away for a while, and my last relationship really hurt and left a bad taste in my mouth. Did I mention I was in prison? That's not important. My mother's been after me to find a nice woman, you know, the girl next door type. So I started hitting on my neighbor's wife. Last night we had kind of a threesome. She told her husband, and he started hitting on me. My girlfriend's great, though. She's pretty, she's intelligent, serves my every need, she's great in bed. Wait a second, that's my best friend's girl. My girlfriend, that's right, dumb, lazy, lazy like a corpse. That's my girl. I remember the first time I had sex with her, you know. She's one of those type of girls, first time you have sex with them, they think you owe them everything, owe them something. Well, of course she's a prostitute. Thank you. Well, that joke went better when I told her for my dog this morning. But okay. Hell with it. I forgot my line, all right? Oh yeah. My girlfriend has a lot of sexual problems. My girlfriend has a lot of sexual problems. I never thought much about it though until I overheard the guys at work talking about her in the showers. So we all chipped in and sent her one of those sexual therapists. Come to find out she has a deep-seated fear of small things. I always wonder why she screams so much before sex. Thank you. I asked her, I said, honey, have you ever faked an orgasm? She says, only twice. I said, are you sure? She goes, babe, would I ever mislead you? She's been having these reoccurring nightmares that she's on a date with Ted Bundy. Hey, well, actually, it could be worse. She could be on a date with Ted Kennedy. Thank you, Tom. I never have nightmares because, well, my subconscious can't conjure up anything bad enough to scare me. You see, I still live with my parents. I'm glad you're all laughing. I've always wanted to be a stand-up comic because, well, I can't sing. And I like women. I have to say, comedy groupies are a lot better than rock star groupies. Something about a girl wearing black spandex and a grouchy disguise that really turns me on. My father don't like the idea of being a stand-up comic. He'd rather me get a more traditional job. One boss, that way I only have to kiss one ass instead of a whole audience. My father has no sense of humor whatsoever. I bought an I'm on drugs vanity plate for his car. I put it on, of course he didn't know about it. Now he's all pissed off because the cops stopped him. God, the way he acts, you'd think getting strip searched was the end of the world. Okay, well anyway, I think my father was disappointed in me as a child because, well, he told me. He was mean to me too. There was times as a kid when I cried myself to sleep at night. To this day, I still don't like putting mouse traps in my bed. My mother wasn't any better. She used to feed me kibbles and bits and tell me it was trail mix. Well, I'm done. Oh, Art! You all been an audience.
Okay, give it up for Mackie McKinley. Let's hear a warm welcome for Mackie McKinley. Good evening. Let you all know if I see kind of wired up here, it's because I just popped in Vibrant. I take Vibrant because I'm just getting into show business and I realize you have to start somewhere. When I reach the big time, then I'll do the good stuff. You ever read the directions on a Vibrant bottle? It says take one Vibrant every 2 hours. If drowsiness persists, call a physician. I'm sorry, but if you've been awake 7 to 8 hours and you got to call a doctor to figure out why you're tired, you just redefined the word stupid. Anyway, as Art Hill said, my name is Mackie McKinley. As you can tell by my name, I'm Irish. Actually, my father's Irish, my mother's British. Hell of a combination, I know. But it works out pretty good, except for the occasional bomb threat from my father's side of the family.
Most Irish are either predominantly Catholic or Protestant. Except me, I embraced Buddhism as a teenager. My father wasn't too happy about it. That's why I took him when he threw gasoline on me and tried to set me on fire with a match. There's a big misconception about Irish people, too, being very bad drinkers, and I'm here to tell you it's just not true. We're very good at it. We're also very good at taking hostages and bombing hotels, so if y'all don't start laughing at my jokes, you ain't going to make it home tonight. It's better. Okay, I'm not a professional comedian. Actually, I'm not a professional anything. I live with my parents, which should be a full-time job in itself. I have no jokes about living with my parents because, well, it's just not funny. They drive me nuts. All they do is nag, nag, nag. If I was only 26, I'd move the hell out. I used to have a job. I worked at McDonald's until I got fired. I thought I discovered the cure for acne. I dumped Clearasil in the deep fryers. Anybody here ever work at McDonald's? If you do, you know what I'm talking about, acne. I had a skin condition so bad I applied for disability. Those people at the welfare office had no compassion. I couldn't get laid as a teenager to save my... Well, while we're on that subject, where does one go to meet women in this town? I've been away for a while, and my last relationship really hurt and left a bad taste in my mouth. Oh, did I mention I was in prison? Well, it's not important. My mother's been after me to find a nice woman, you know, the girl next door type. Well, I started hitting on my neighbor's wife. Last night we kind of had a threesome. She told her husband, and he started hitting on me. But I do have a girlfriend, and she's pretty special. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, serves my every need, she's great in bed. Oh, wait a second, that's my best friend's girlfriend. Oh, it's coming back to me now. My girlfriend, dumb, lazy, lays there like a corpse. That's my girl. And she's one of those type of girls, the first time you have sex with her, she thinks you owe her something. She even went as far to have her pimp break my arm. I knew there was something special about her before I met her, because I used to overhear the guys at work talking about her in the showers every day. Hey, you got that nitroglycerin ready there for me? Yeah, she's upset because she says I'm not committed. Hey, if she wants me to wear a straight jacket, fine, whatever turns her on. Oh boy, I'm glad you're all having a good time. They say, well, I read in a magazine, it said it takes a woman 10 seconds within meeting a man to decide whether she'll ever have sex with him or not. Hell, as horny as I am with a woman after 10 seconds, it don't really matter. My girlfriend's been having these recurring nightmares. She's on a date with Ted Bundy. Hell, could be worse. She could be on a date with Ted Kennedy. I never have nightmares because, well, my subconscious can't come up with anything bad enough to shake me. You see, I still live with my parents. Always wanted to be a stand-up comic, though, for 2 reasons. One, once I get to big time, I can take more vacations than the president. And second of all, I love the sound of laughter. Well, except when I walk in the showers at work. My family's not very supportive. My father don't like the idea of me being a stand-up comic because he'd rather me get a more traditional job with one boss. That way I only have one ass to kiss instead of a whole audience. Guess I better start kissing up now. My father has no sense of humor at all either. I put an 911 drugs Dandy plate on his car. Now he's all pissed off because he got pulled over by cops. Yeah, the way he acted, you'd think a body cavity search was the end of the world. And my father. My mother wasn't any better. When I was a kid, she used to feed me kibbles and bits and tell me it was trail mix. Listen, you've all been a great audience, and I like you guys so much. As a matter of fact, I'm going to buy around drinks for everybody. Waitress, battery acid